we are here to put this program on a more permanent basis and therefore to make sure that it is as strong and robust and refined as possible. And therefore, thank you for also willing to participate in this pivotal part of the growth of this project. As I say, it is a pivotal part of the life of the program. The European Commission is asking you to be here today to get your feedback, because we need to evaluate and also improve the functioning of the preparatory action. We have moved from pilot to preparatory, and now we have to go to permanent, the 3 Ps. And this conference is a way of how we'd like to consult you. It is a unique opportunity to openly debate between all the relevant actors how the program should be developed and designed when it becomes more permanent. And also to listen well to your viewpoints and also hopefully develop new ideas from what you detect as being problematic or perhaps what you detect as being subject to improvement. The opinions which you put forward during this conference and the evaluation process will, I can assure you, be used by us for the drafting of the proposal for a more permanent Erasmus for Entrepreneurs program. But before going on to this promising future, let me first summarize what has been achieved so far under the preparatory action and the current European policy framework. I'm very keen to give you a view from inside the House, as it were. First of all, how do we look at this program from inside the House? And I think it's important that we share this vision with you. We see it, first of all, as a part and parcel, an integral part of the Small Business Act and the EU policy measures supporting entrepreneurship. The Commission, as you very well know, recognizes the central role of SMEs in the European economy. They account for 99% of the companies in Europe. These are figures you all very well know. They employ 67% of the workforce and contribute to 58% of the GDP of the European Union and, of course, create 80% of the new jobs. These are very impressive figures. You are very well aware of this. You yourselves are actors in this. And therefore, you will agree with me that the well-being of SMEs is crucial to the future employment and prosperity in the European Union. And this is the reason why the European Commission in June 2008 launched an ambitious new policy initiative called the Small Business Act to put SMEs at the forefront of decision-making. The SBA is in itself comprehensive, it's ambitious, it is a package of policy and legal initiatives and also support measures for SMEs both at EU and member states level. And all these are based on a common denominator of thinking small first. Coming from the smallest member state in the European Union, I have to say that think small first comes quite naturally to me. Principle I of the SBA, the Small Business Act, aims at encouraging entrepreneurship. It suggests the creation, and I quote, of an environment in which entrepreneurs and family businesses can thrive and entrepreneurship is rewarded. It requests also, and I quote again, the fostering of an entrepreneurial interest and talent, particularly among young people and women, and to simplify conditions for business transfer. Now, beyond the words and the rhetoric, what has the action been? Well, we can get a snippet of what the action has been, at least until December of 2009, when a report on the implementation of the SBA was issued. And it shows that both the Commission and the Member States have taken substantial actions to improve the business environment for SMEs. The Commission has delivered on all the major actions announced in the SBA and adopted the several legislative proposals linked to the SBA. However, it remains of utmost importance to continue to vigorously implement the SBA action plan at all levels. And I would dare say as well, this is our main remit today and, of course, going forward, how to ensure the implementation at all levels. With regards to the actions announced by the Commission, I can report to you that we have made very good progress by, firstly, creating a high-level reflection group on entrepreneurship, education, which has delivered an excellent report, a sort of recipe book for national and regional policies to instigate more and better and more effective measures in fostering entrepreneurial mindsets and attitudes in education and training. And that is the challenge, of course, how to foster mindsets. Secondly, the launching of the first European SME Week last year, which will be repeated this year, was a resounding success, with over 1,200 individual activities throughout Europe. In fact, we are having, as I said earlier, the second SME Week this year from the 25th to the 31st May, which is building on last year's success. And of course, I'm very keen to invite you all to contribute to this success of this year and making it a better success, especially since you yourselves are perhaps the best promoters of this project, having been yourselves participants in a very early stage of a pilot project. And of course, your presence here indicates that you very well support it and you would like it to go forward. And I think the best way of how to make others want to do exactly what you've done is for you yourself to talk about it as a success story. We have also established an EU network of female entrepreneur ambassadors, again aimed to inspire more women to set up a business and to reinforce complementary talents. Finally, we have also launched this program, which you are aware of and subject of today's conference, and of course, it is in the phase of planning and testing. Erasmus for young entrepreneurs fits perfectly in the entrepreneurship pillar of the SBA. Why? Because it directly promotes entrepreneurship, but of course also promotes competitiveness and internationalization of European SMEs. Those of you who have perhaps had a look at the EU 2020 document, which has been adopted at the beginning of March by the College of Commissioners, sees that internationalization is in fact one of the actions which is deemed to be important as a flagship for SMEs, for the promotion of SMEs, for creating a better business environment. But how does this program, European Erasmus for Young Entrepreneurs, contribute to entrepreneurship? What is the link? It's important that we have these links in our mind. Firstly, regarding the contribution of this program to entrepreneurship, we have to say that the scheme is open to individuals who seriously plan to become entrepreneurs. Erasmus is an opportunity for them to gain an insight into real entrepreneurial life and to consequently set up their own business on very realistic criteria. The Erasmus experience can show nascent entrepreneurs how self-employment can become a feasible career choice, rather than just being a risky one and who knows. What is the link with competitiveness? We're all after competitiveness, especially of SMEs. We believe that this is the key to the success of the robustness of European economy. In relation to this objective, this program contributes because it helps entrepreneurs to participate in an exchange where they are redefining, in fact, their objectives or their methods of work on the basis of the experiences they have just made. This contributes, of course, to diminishing the risk of bankruptcy of startups, as well as to improve the competitiveness of young enterprises. And what about internationalization? Where is the link there? Again, the Erasmus program offers the possibility to enhance market access for the new and host entrepreneurs and to identify potential partners in other EU countries. But beyond these macroeconomic objectives, the success of the scheme also shows that it corresponds to some individual expectations of the entrepreneurs. After 1 year of operation, we are, of course, in a position to have a snapshot of how others have evaluated their experiences and whether their experience has paid off in terms of their expectations. And here we can report that the program has really taken off from this perspective. In fact, more than 2,000 entrepreneurs have applied for the scheme. So far, over 80 stays have been completed, and 125 are currently ongoing. The feedback reports completed by the entrepreneurs at the end of their stay reveals a very high rate of satisfaction. This means that entrepreneurs, that is yourselves, appreciate the scheme and can profit from it. We need you, though, and we need you to spread the word. We need you to be the best ambassadors for our program. We need you to share your success stories, as they will definitely inspire others to follow, to participate in the program and share their experience, and, more importantly, become entrepreneurs, and realistically so, and without too much trepidation. My vision is that the Erasmus for young entrepreneurs should be practical and down to earth in order to ensure that it corresponds to the real needs of entrepreneurs and that it remains as flexible a tool as possible. I am very much in favor of an implementation model that is light, which is close to entrepreneurs and therefore very much listening ground to their needs, and also giving responsibilities to existing structures at the national, regional, and local level that already work with entrepreneurs. Being close to entrepreneurs will definitely enhance the possibilities and impact of the program. This is because it becomes relevant to them, and this is because it becomes a direct benefit to them. And this is why I believe that regions and those representing them at the Parliament, the members of Parliament themselves, play a key role in the support of this program, which is addressed directly to the citizens they represent. Finally, Erasmus for young entrepreneurs should be consistent with and complementary to existing support programs in the area of education and training, as defined in the flagship initiative Youth on the Move, included in the EU 2020 strategy. Erasmus for entrepreneurs fills a gap as existing mobility programs do not address the specific needs of entrepreneurs and do not aim at citizens that are a few or even more years into their careers and are seriously considering entrepreneurship as a career. I do believe, therefore, that this program has its own DNA which should be developed. We are willing to develop the potential synergies, of course, with other existing mobility schemes and are more oriented towards formal education and training, and that, of course, goes without saying. Finally, I would like to let you know that I'm very much looking forward to the results of these discussions today. We are taking them very seriously, as I said at the beginning, and permit me to repeat that this is a very crucial moment for us where we would like to make sure that this DNA is well developed and that it is better developed for your own benefits. Thanking you for your participation again and your commitment. Thank you very much, and I wish you very fruitful discussions.